Hello, hello. As I always do, I'm gonna share this live stream with my group. The group is called Get Ready for Love with Ashka Colton. And this is what I essentially do for single women. I help them get ready for true love. Single women who are tired with dating and frustrated with not being able to find the right kind of guy. Single women who keep losing themselves in relationships and they can't find a person to create a long-term, meaningful, lasting relationship with. So these are the single women I want to speak to. And today I want to, by the way, I just got back from a dentist. Look at my shining teeth. She used a kind of sanding machine, so my face is covered all in sand. That's some kind of new dental equipment. That's your update for you if you want to polish your teeth. So today I want to talk. Hello, Katie. How are you? I want to talk about the power of embracing your singleness and taking your time before you jump into the next relationship, because it was the most transformational thing I did for myself. It completely changed my love life, and this is what I'm passionate about, and this is what I teach my clients, and this is where I want to guide my clients to go within, embrace being single, stop rushing into a relationship, like stop running away from your life as a single, from yourself as a single person, because it feels uncomfortable, because this is not what you want, because there is the pressure from the society that you should be in a relationship, that you should be with someone, and there is this kind of common label that if you are single there must be something wrong with you, or you're not have made it in life, and in a way you are a failure. And I speak from my experience. I felt all sorts of things single people feel while we are being single and while we are being given this label on our forehead. But I raised above it. And one day I discovered being single is the most natural, or it should be, the most natural state you will ever experience. By definition, you should feel more natural being with yourself and being in a relationship with yourself than with a stranger. You go on a date, you meet a stranger, and you become a couple and you create a relationship. You learn that from step by step, from the beginning, from the first date, and it's a progress where you get born into the relationship with yourself from day number one. You carry on through life being single, being in a relationship, but you always are with yourself. You are always in a relationship with yourself. And being single for me is to be in a relationship with yourself. And this never stops. Whether you are single or you are in a relationship, you are always in a relationship with yourself. But when I kind of raised above all the conditioning and all the societal pressure, and I rediscovered that being with myself can be comfortable, being with myself can be fun, I can be happy on my own, I didn't need a man to be happy, and I kind of got rid of all this kind of burden I carried with me while I was being single. Hello Anya, how are you doing? How is the baby doing? And I became free, and I kind of saw the truth, and it felt really liberating, and I realized that being single is the best time to redefine who I was, or rediscover who I was after all the previous relationships, to redefine what I wanted from my love life, what kind of relationship I wanted, who I wanted to be with, what I never wanted to compromise on, what to do to never lose myself in a relationship again. And the whole period lasted for about 7 years. That was the longest I had been single. But 2 years out of that, I went consciously on a dating detox. And the dating detox was precisely about 3 things. Reconnecting with myself and creating an awesome relationship with myself. The one which would give me strength, confidence, and the security which would be coming from within rather than from the outside. Taking responsibility for my happiness and starting to do all the things I kept postponing for the time when I'm in a relationship with my future partner, God knows when. So I kind of left my happiness in the hands of a future stranger, of a stranger who would be my future partner. And for many years I just had been waiting for this to happen so I could do all the things which I wanted to do, which I believed would make me happy, like traveling, buying my own house, and getting back in shape, because I believed if I have a guy who is really into exercising and gym, I would do exactly the same. So I was kind of waiting for an inspiration. And I stopped doing that. I took responsibility for my happiness and I started to do all the things I kept postponing for the time when I'm in a relationship. And obviously by doing that work, I started to feel happier and everyone started to tell me, oh, you look so radiant, what has happened in your life? And my simple answer was like, I started to live. I stopped waiting, I started to live. I stopped waiting for a man to make me happy. And the majority of my time was spent on working on loving myself and deepening that acceptance and approval and validation for myself, and stop chasing that and stop wanting that from others, especially from men, because that hugely affects your dating experience and how you show up and how authentically you show up in dating. So that is what I focused on, and I emerged on the other side a new woman. A woman who was strong, a woman who was confident, a woman who stopped looking for approval, a woman who was perfectly okay with being single. I felt like I found my bliss, and this bliss meant that I stopped being desperate. I felt free of this desperate desire to be in a relationship because I expected so much from my relationship. I believed that the relationship would change my life magically and my financial problems would disappear, my professional problems would disappear. And it just doesn't happen like that. You have to take responsibility for that while you are being single, preferably. So you enter the relationship with less baggage. And if you have less baggage and you have done work on yourself while you are being single, there will be less work to be done in a relationship. So your relationship will be easier, more joyful, happier. You will have a better connection with your partner. And it will be like 20% of hard work and 80% of fun things. Where in my previous relationships, where before I did the work on myself, it was the other way around. Hard work, and a nice trip away and an argument at the end because we were so incompatible and we didn't want the same things. And it was just simply hard work because I didn't do the work on myself. So, in my opinion, there's so many benefits to taking your time to get to know yourself while you're being single. Because when you get to know yourself, you will be making better romantic choices. You'll be also making more careful romantic choices, which means you will be getting hurt less often. Hello, Cassie. Hello, Cassie. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Haley. And I only can see 2 names on the screen. And there's Mark and Rosaline. Hello, everybody. Keep sharing with me if you are agreeing with me, if you have any questions. What is your experience if you are currently being single, and how do you cope with that? Because I know there's a lot of pressure on single people, and And when I work with my clients, I want them to raise above it like I did, so it doesn't really affect them that much, and it becomes a pleasant experience, because being single can be amazing. And there's so many benefits to being single. I don't want to go into that, because I'm speaking from a perspective of being in a long-term committed relationship with a 21-month-old baby, where me time and time for myself is very scarce, and I very often go back to thinking, life as a single was so simple, and I had so much time to myself, and I loved that space. I love being in my own company and kind of deepening that relationship with myself. And obviously, when you are a mom, when you are a parent, most of the time goes to looking after the kids or the family. So I can see lots of benefits in being single, but I also could see that while I was being single, and when I stopped suffering and struggling as a single person, and that's the best place to be if you want to find the best relationship, a happy and emotionally healthy person for a long-term, meaningful, lasting relationship. Because you don't want to be looking for a partner from a place where you feel unfulfilled, miserable, unhappy as a person, because you attract exactly the same energy to you. So although my dating detox was mainly about reconnecting with myself, and my approach wasn't like, I'm going to go on a dating detox and then I'm going to find a partner. I wasn't even thinking about it, because when I went on a dating detox, I was absolutely exhausted with dating. I just couldn't face another date. It wasn't going to happen. I thought another date would just kill me. There was too much emotional pain, too much disappointment. Too often I had my hopes up and the guy didn't deliver. So I was tired of this emotional roller coaster. And I decided to have a break, to rebuild myself, to reconnect with myself. Because in truth, I believe you and the relationship with yourself, this is the foundation for your future relationship. And if this one is not happy and healthy, you will find it very difficult to create a happy and healthy relationship with another person. So it definitely makes sense to do some work around the relationship with yourself, to find that security within, to build that foundation before you even start dating. You start showing up authentically, start attracting better guys. And after you've done the work, this is what is going to happen to you. You will be making different romantic choices. You'll be attracting different guys, more compatible matches. Once you'll be carefully choosing these people, because it won't be so easy to give up your freedom, your independence, your bliss as a single person just for anybody. So you won't be jumping into relationship without thinking and kind of judging whether that experience is going to serve you. And when you have doubts, you explore them, or you will speak to the person. And you'll be only going for what you deserve, and you'll be patient to wait for that person, because it will cost you too much to give up what you have built. At least I felt like that. And when I work with my clients, some of them get to that space as well, when they feel I feel so happy as a single person. I've done so much on my own. I've changed my career, I've bought a house, I keep dating without feeling this desperate desire to be in a relationship like today. And this is an amazing feeling. This is an amazing feeling, because being desperate and chasing love and chasing men and chasing relationships can be draining. It can be draining, and we shouldn't be chasing love and relationships, because when you chase, it comes from a space of believing that you don't have everything you need right now. You are missing out on something. You believe your life will be much better if you are in a relationship. And yes, when you are with the right person, your life will be enriched. But to find the right person, you need to do the work first. You need to build an amazing relationship with yourself. You need to learn how to honor, value, and love yourself. And so to get that level of love from another person, because we only get what we believe we deserve. So by loving yourself and respecting yourself more, you are kind of raising the bar and you are expecting more from others. So let me know if you have any questions. I think I've covered what I wanted to cover. I have to dash in a minute because I've got an interview. And the most important thing is, when you stop rushing, you have clarity. You can go on dates and make the decisions based on how you feel rather than what you desperately need. So you also won't be jumping into the first opportunity. If the guy, any guy invites you out, you'll be able to judge, is he able to give me what I'm looking for? Did we really click? Are we compatible? Is there actually a potential for anything else? You will be more mindful about who you date, who you spend your time with, and where you direct your energy in your life. So I became more respectful of my time, of my me time, definitely, because I started to enjoy it so much. So I became more selective, and I said no more often to the potential dates than yes. I only said yes to the guys I found them interesting online. Then we had a conversation, and the conversation was nice, inspiring and flowy. Then I was thinking, okay, there is a chance I'm gonna have at least an amazing evening. And I wasn't wrong. All the dates I had after the dating detox were dates with amazing guys. I didn't click with them romantically, with all of them, but very quickly, like 3 months after my dating detox, I found the love of my life. A guy who's completely different to the men I used to date, I used to have relationships with, because I changed internally. And then that change was projected onto the world, and different men started to respond to it and notice it, and I was approached by different guys. So my dating experience completely changed, and I found love effortlessly. And before that, I spent 10 years looking for the right person, and I never found him. But now I know in truth, I was looking for myself. So the whole dating detox was about finding myself first. And I believe every single woman should take a little break to regroup, to redefine, to refocus, and find herself first before she can be ready to find the right person. I did this work because I didn't want to fail in another relationship. I did this work because I didn't want to lose myself in another relationship. I did this work because I wanted to stop being desperate. I wanted to feel happy regardless of having a man in my life or not having him. And I did this work because I wanted to honor myself. And I keep looking at the time because I have to dash. If you are a single lady who feels drawn to what I'm talking about and to do some work on herself, especially around self-love and personal happiness, I'm the woman who can help you. And I can take you through the same journey I took myself through, the dating detox journey, where we will help you get stronger, happier, more confident, less desperate, less lonely. So we'll be looking at all sorts of things which come from with being single. And on the other side, you will be a different woman. A woman who will be attracting different guys. A woman who will be making better, more empowered romantic choices. A woman who won't get hurt as often as she used to. A happy woman. A happy woman who is happy without a man. And that's the most sexy thing in dating. You don't want to be miserable. You don't want to be needy. You don't want to be desperate. That is the energy which pushes men away. So, if you are feeling like speaking to me, please PM me. I'll be very happy to connect with you and help you and inspire you further. And that's it for today, I think. Thank you very much, everybody who has joined. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And I'll come back to them later after my interview. and I'll probably speak to you later on this week. Keep well, everybody. You know, being single rocks. It's powerful, it's transformational, it can empower you as a woman, and it can help you become the woman you need to become to attract the right kind of guy. So I want to help you do that. Reach out to me and I'll be back in a few days' time. Keep well, everybody. Thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao.